Good morning. Happy Friday. So, my schedule is anywhere between 8:30 and 6. It's not set in stone. So, I'm just going to say 8:30 and 6 is my schedule, and then I will just go starting next week to work and be there at 8:30. Because if you're there early, they'll just adjust your schedule. This doesn't need to be open. What am I doing? I'd like it to be open. Anyway, they'll just adjust your schedule. This between 8:30 and 6 is 9.5 hours. So it's 40 hours guaranteed between 8:30 and 6. So if you work like a 9-hour day for 4 days in a row, then on the 5th day you get to go home early or something. You know, they just adjust your schedule and go home early on it one of the days. Why? Lettuce. Here you go, Harvey. This stuff doesn't wanna. I bought the pre-packaged lettuce, you know, like, not lettuce, salad, like the salad in a bag kind of stuff you get from Walmart for Herbie food. Well, it's not lasting. It's got some slime in it right now. So I'm like, maybe I need a new container for the Herbie food. I think yes. So, because the one I had dropped and there's a crack in it, and I think because there's like moisture and stuff getting in, remember, moisture's not our friend, then that's what's happening, is it's just becoming bleh. Regardless, so we had a dilemma with the siblings trip. Okay, the place we had, which was closer to the Dells, double booked. And I guess, look, we booked it in like March, right? And apparently there was another family or couple or whoever that booked it before us. How? I don't know. But they said they booked it before us. And so because of that, it got double booked by mistake. The calendar's in sync or something. So they canceled our thing. They didn't even tell us. Well, they did. They told Matt, because that's who booked it. It was canceled because XYZ and so on. And our trip is next month. So we're like, you booked it a month, or you canceled it within 1 month. So we scrambled and we found a place. Unfortunately, it's not in the Dells, but it is near La Crosse, called Fountain something. I forget. Fountain Springs or Fountain whatever. Anyway, it has a lot of stuff nearby. There's a beach. There's it's really close to the Mississippi River. So Ross will probably be like, I can go fishing or whatever. Anyway, just a moment. So my point is, we got canceled like a month to our trip, and then we found a new place, and what we need to do is find a place, a steady central location that we have every year, same place every year, because that's just how it's got to be. All right, so I need more than one. Hands. So I'm trying to think how we can arrange this. So it's about $1,200 to rent this place for 3 nights, 4 days. So We need a location. 3 nights, 4 days seems to be like the sweet spot, is how much time people can get, you know, and it's always the first weekend of August. So throughout that weekend, it could be like Wednesday to Sunday or Thursday to whatever. Anyway, so trying to figure out. That beeping is just inside. So I know I'm in reverse. Hold on. So what we need is one location that's a set location. That's where we're gonna go every year. We can travel outward from there. So it needs to be like a central-ish location between us down here. So Milwaukee area up to the Twin Cities area. So a central location there, and I think we've got one within this location. It's like 2.5 hours from where my sister is, and it's like 2.5 hours ish from where I'm at here. So there are people who will be willing to go. Like Milwaukee would be an extra hour from there, so it's like almost 3. Any case, finding a central location for us, just a set location. If we want to go somewhere outside of that, we can make a little travel plan or whatever that day to, like, let's go an hour southeast and go to the Dells for a day or something like that. So we got to find this place, and we have to figure out how do we set up. Maybe like if everybody chips in $10 a month to like a fund, siblings adventure trip fund or something like that, and then we can use that fund to just book it, you know, and then we don't have to worry about whether or not it's available. We'll just be like, okay, here's our money, blah blah blah, you know, and maybe they'll give us a discount or something. It'd be cool if we could talk to the owners and be like, hey, this is what's happening. So we have a dog, and this place takes dogs and can accommodate 16 plus adults, and we have 16 adults and 3, sometimes 4 children. It will be 4 once Serenity gives birth. Then she'll have another child. I'll wait. Okay, so I gotta drive. Thanks for talking to me this morning. See you after work. Good evening. It is 7:30. Look, lemonade. Very exciting. What am I doing for supper tonight? I don't know. Something. How about we go look in the kitchen? Good evening. Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight, we're going to make some meaty meat sauce. Meaty meat sauce. So, you know, like a red sauce with meat. This meat sauce is not from scratch. It's just a different way to make a red sauce, tomato sauce. Okay, so I am browning 1 pound of ground turkey. You can use 1 pound of ground beef if you prefer. I am browning it in a pot, saucepan, pot, whatever. I'm browning it in the pot because that's where I'm going to put my stuff. And I'm not about, you know, making more work for myself. So I just brown it in the same pot that you're going to put the the tomato stuff in. Just like any tomato sauce, like if you have instead of a jar, it's just a can. This is tomato puree. I have crushed tomatoes as well. If I wanted a chunkier sauce, I would go with crushed tomatoes. But we're gonna go with the puree today. And we will want some seasonings. When you are browning your meat, we're gonna season with seasoned salt. This is Lawry's brand. You can use whatever brand seasoned salt, seasonal, whatever that you want. The other reason we want to use the pot instead of browning the meat in a different pan, other than making more dishes, not making more dishes for yourself, is you want the juices from your meat, whether it be ground beef or ground turkey. You want it because that's flavor, and you don't want to you don't want to end up with like a dry flavored, not flavored, a dry sauce. It's kind of hard to make a dry sauce because sauce in itself is wet. You know what I mean? So anyway, brown your meat. While your meat is browning, this is the best time to start cooking your pasta. You can do it on the stove. Just put your box of pasta in your pot, cover it with water, cover it with a lid on a medium high, and let it come to boil. I am going to put mine in the pressure cooker. Alright, so once your meat is browned, then you're going to season it. Like I said, I'm seasoning it with the Lawry seasoned salt. I'm not going to put any other seasonings. This seasoning is just for the meat. Where's my lid? Oh, there it is. Then, open your big ass can of tomato puree or crushed tomato or tomato stuff. So this is a 1 pound can of tomato puree. So I have, open that, we're just gonna dump that in, all of it. Just dump it all in. So for every pound of meat, use a pound of sauce. Unless you want it extra meaty. But this is how I do it. 1 pound of meat, 1 pound of sauce. Okay? Okay. So then we just kind of mixy. Because I still got liquid in there from I got like a lot of liquid from because it was a frozen thing of, what do you call it? Turkey. Frozen thing of meat. So, we're going to let this simmer. Dang it. Simmer on a medium low, just so it doesn't bubble all over the place. Let it simmer and kind of melt off, or not melt off, steam off some of the extra liquid for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, just let it do that. Okay, so mix it. Anytime within the 3 to 5 minutes, you can add your other seasonings. I will be adding Italian seasoning, garlic salt, and onion powder. Okay, so I'm just gonna start that right now because I can. If you need measurements for spices, I honestly don't know what to tell you. Just measure with your heart. If it smells right, then it's right. If it smells like it needs more onion powder, put more onion powder in it. You know? Mine smells pretty Italian-y. I put in, if I had to guess, it's probably about maybe 2 tablespoons, no, a tablespoon and a half, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of both the garlic salt and onion powder. But I will taste it after it's been simmering for a while, and then I'll see if it needs more stuff. So in the meantime, just clean up your station. Okay, so by the time your noodles are done cooking, your sauce will also be ready. So you can turn off your stovetop. Now if you want, you can leave this separate and just let whoever scoop onto their thing, their pasta. I think I'll do that this time. Okay, just like that. And I serve mine in a bowl because I want to. Noodles, sauce, and we top that off with some Not Premium Great Value grated Parmesan cheese. I like cheese. I like to cover the whole thing with cheese. That's a good amount of cheese. Where's my fork? So over here, in your fork, a little noodle and a sauce and meat. Come here, you. Tastes good. Good evening. This message is for men who get out of the shower without drying off. Stop it. You get the floor wet. We come in here with our socks on, and now we've got wet socks. It's gross. Also, it could lead to mold and stuff. Stop it. Just dry off while you're standing in the bathtub area, in the shower. Dry off. You know, if you have a bath mat, great. Dry off still. Bath mat is not there for your drippings. Okay? On that note, I'm gonna go to bed and help my husband with his butt crack. So have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Toodles!